today we are back with another InuYasha video, and today's video is not sponsored by anyone. This Crunchyroll, hello, come on. I'm joking. But hey guys, so today we're gonna be analyzing the trailer and kind of a lot of the other stuff that they put out recently, like character descriptions of like Kohaku, the new raccoon dog guy, Moroha and Sango's kid, and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just gonna be like talking about all this stuff. I put up like hella notes but these are a lot of my personal theories, so they might not be right, just for fun. Like with shows and stuff like that, I really love guessing what's gonna happen and then like being right. It's so satisfying. And a lot of my theories, like the way that I make theories, is based off of not really like, oh, this is what I want to happen, you know? It's more like, oh, I feel like this is gonna happen based off of like the past show, or like based off of what I feel like the director is gonna choose. So like a lot of the stuff that I like guess is based off of a director's like perspective, or like a screenwriter's perspective, and it's just so fun when it's like right. And with the new information and stuff, like if I get anything wrong, please let me know nicely in the comments. I love, like, I'm totally okay with being corrected and stuff like that. I am not a professional, again. I am not like from, you know, the Sunrise team. I'm just a person doing her own research in her room at 3 in the morning, writing down a bunch of notes for a YouTube video. And also let me know your personal theories and stuff like that, because like I really like reading them. So basically, let's do like a little recap of what we know before the trailer came out. So all we really knew was like about Towa, Setsuna, and Moroha. So like Towa is a 14-year-old girl living in the Riwa era, which is set in either 2019 or 2020. If you guys saw my last video, which was the like timeline video, I guess that the current age, or the current year that this anime will place, will be 2020. And I calculated all the ages of everyone and stuff like that. But yeah, that was like my video. Definitely check it out. But yeah, so living in the Riwa era, she time traveled at 4 years old through the tree tunnel, and she was adopted by Sota, which is Kagome's younger brother. And she's good at martial arts and she gets into trouble often. And then we know Setsuna, she is Towa's younger sister. She works with Kohaku and the demon slayer. She was separated from Towa at 4 years old, and the butterfly demon took her memories at 4 years old during that whole struggle thing as well. So like she doesn't remember Towa at all for some reason. And then we know Moroha, she is InuYasha and Kagome's daughter. She sadly doesn't know anything because she grew up by herself. She's also 14 years old. She slays demons and sells body parts, and she wields a demon sword named Kurikara-maru. So yeah. And yeah, that's all like really new before the trailer came out, but the trailer revealed so much information. So in the trailer, we found out basically the tree tunnel that Towa traveled through to get to the modern era was created from this demon called Roothead, and the sacred tree kind of like merged together, I guess you could say, and created the tree tunnel. So basically there was a time where the gang, which is like InuYasha's gang, at one point slayed this demon named Roothead, and then that is how they kind of merged together during that time and created the tree tunnel. We also know that Sota has a daughter. We also know that Moroha and Towa are not really in great terms. They're more like, they really have InuYasha and Sesshomaru's relationship. Like they fight a lot, I guess you could say. We had a character reveal of Moroha and Sango's son, and his name is Hisui. He's kind of like more of like a major character because he, I think, works together with Setsuna, Towa, and Moroha. And he also has Sango's hiraikots. We also found out that Moroha has spiritual powers, which is really weird because even if she's a quarter demon, it's kind of like, isn't it like impossible for her to have spiritual powers because demon is not pure, right? So I don't know, that's kind of weird. We have Setsuna. She has like this weird thing on her eye on the right. It's kind of similar to InuYasha's, if you guys remember the black pearl in the earlier episodes that contained his dad's gravesite, and that's how they found the Tetseiga. Freaking Mr. Centipede doesn't know how to die. I was like literally shocked when I saw him. I was like, what the frick? Man's still alive, what the heck? Mr. Centipede? What? Ew! We also kind of see that Towa is actually the main character in the show because she was the first introduced, and she seems like the main character based off of the trailer. And lastly, we know that Kohaku and Sota are fine. Okay, I must stop there. Okay. Kohaku and Sota. Yeah. Based off of this, we also found out, if you guys saw my reaction video, we found out that YashaHime continues off of the epilogue chapter. So if you guys don't know the epilogue chapter, it was an extra chapter that happened like after the ending of the series. This was never adapted into an anime, but it was released in the year like 2011, I believe, during the tsunami, the Great Tohaku earthquake and tsunami. If you guys remember that like on the news and stuff. So basically a bunch of manga artists had like this little project that they did together. It's called Heroes Comeback Project. It's basically a collection of special chapters that are from retired manga, and like it was just like an extra thing, and it was made to help raise money for the big tragedy that happened back in 2011. So that's why this epilogue chapter exists, and I think it was so interesting. Like I read a comment, if you guys remember, in my reaction video, the Soden, it's manga. Oh, I think I remember that. I remember reading it, that it was actually an adaptation from the manga. I was like shocked. I was like, whoa, like I never actually thought about that. Like I remember thinking about it, but I never actually expected YashaHime to adapt that chapter. So that's why I was really shocked, and I was like, whoa, like amazed, because like that concept is really interesting. If you guys haven't read the chapter, it's basically 6 months since Kagome's return to the feudal era, and basically there was a landslide that released Root Head. That was a demon that was sealed by Kikyo. So Kikyo sealed this demon named Root Head way before she even met InuYasha with her sacred arrow. So like just think InuYasha situation but Root Head. No romance involved. So Root Head, sealed by Kikyo's sacred arrow, was released because of a landslide. So a landslide happened, and then the arrow like boop came off. It's similar to InuYasha. It woke up and like its last memories was of Kikyo sealing it, right? So then what happened was it woke up and it was looking for the Shikon jewel, and then it saw Kagome and he was like, "You're Kikyo, hey, give me the jewel, give me the jewel." What the demon is, it's basically a root demon that lives underground and basically sucks the life of humans for nourishment and stuff like that, so it can live. So that's what like the type of demon it is. Basically the gang just like killed the demon. Sesshomaru didn't really do anything. He was kind of just like there, but yeah, they killed the demon and that's all. It wasn't really anything really. It was more like, I guess you could say, development with InuYasha and Kagome's characters or relationship, and just showing how they should trust each other more, you know? But I feel like in YashaHime it might be a little different the way that they adapt that chapter, because that chapter wasn't, I doubt it was like even meant to be adapted into an anime until recently. So I feel like there will be some changes. I feel like they might show this scene in the first episode, like in the beginning, because like if you guys think about the way InuYasha stories are formatted, it's like with the movies and then the whole series, the first scene was always like an action scene, like, you know, to grab your attention. So I feel like they might play that scene, that little epilogue chapter, maybe like not tell the whole story, but like just like show a bit of it, like a bit of like the action that happened, and like show how the tree became like a portal in the beginning of the series, like in the first episode. I feel like that's gonna happen there to give us OG fans like nostalgia, and the new fans who come into YashaHime not really watching InuYasha but came into YashaHime, hey, these are the heroes of the last series, love them. But yeah, just to give us a taste of nostalgia and give a taste of the new fans. This is what the hype is about. This is the characters that these people love, you know? And I think it's gonna like just start off with that. And I also feel like Root Head obviously is not the main antagonist in the show. We haven't seen who the main antagonist is. I think they might have showed it in the Snippet preview with the musical conductor dude of the music score when they did the live stream. I'll talk about that more in a bit. I feel like they could change this in the anime, but I feel like the situation, the fight, the fire, whatever that happened when Towa and stuff was like 4 years old is a different time from this big Root Head thing that happened. I feel like they're both separate times. They're trying to show us that they're the same time, but they're not, you know? I feel like they're not. I just feel like they're not. Anyways, okay, I don't know where I'm going with this. So yeah, I also like put up like a little diagram of the parallels from the manga and the trailer. So we have like, you can see the differences as well because it's like afternoon when Moroku is like with the sutras, and then InuYasha's just like And then like you can see like in the background it's like afternoon, and then like there's the scenes with Sesshomaru, Sango, Kagome, and the tree that's all like at nighttime. So like in the trailer, Sesshomaru has this one line, the only character that actually had a line other than the three girls, but he basically says Nino Kubi, which is the root head. It's like a worthless piece of vermin except ... and then he didn't like continue the sentence in the trailer. But in the manga, he was basically talking to Kohaku and he was like, so this is called Nino Kubi, and then Sesshomaru was like, it's a less than worthless yokai, however it's too persistent, as in like it's like it just doesn't die, you know? So I think this might show that Sesshomaru dealt with this type of demon before. I thought when I first watched the trailer, I thought that he was probably telling like the girls like, hey, back in the day there was this root demon thing that InuYasha and his friends like killed and destroyed, and then it created this tree tunnel. But it actually wasn't. It's not a scene with the girls. This is a scene in the flashback as well, because this was in the manga, which I was like, what? And yeah, so I kind of want to move on a bit to the snippet. So everyone said it was a trailer, but it wasn't a trailer. It was like a little preview snippet thing that the music score conductor guy, Kaoru Wada, when he did the little live stream at Otakon, he gave like the fans a little snippet of what happened, and she goes, "Win, Scott!" That's all for the preview. I got my homework to do. Oh, this doesn't look like math. This looks like history. Maybe she's... So I never really actually got to analyze it, so now I am. A little bit of it actually wasn't really shown in the trailer. So basically, when we analyze this scene, we first see Towa sitting in a room, looks like she's tied up, and then she's wearing like a kimono, like whose kimono is that, right? Because like she is from the regular era, right? And then like it kind of cuts to it falling off. Obviously the frame rate is like 2 in this little video, but we know that there's obviously in-betweens that were probably cut off, like dialogue and stuff like that in action. So obviously something must have happened in between those 2 shots. But yeah, she looks like she's being held captive. And I feel like in the trailer, if you listen to her first like lines, I am Towa Higurashi. You know, you should take my advice and let me go. Things won't be so hot when my friends get here. So I feel like this is something she says during that time. So yeah, and then they're probably discussing something, her and this dude, which we have no idea who that is. He looks like a human, possible antagonist and kidnapper. I'm not sure if he's the main guy. He doesn't look too scary to be the main guy, because like if you remember Naraku, like this man was like, what the heck? He doesn't really look like the main antagonist unless he has a true form, but we don't know. But she's held captive, discussing something with this man, saying, hey, let me go. Things are not gonna be hot when my friends arrive. And then I feel like this second part with this old man that it kind of like cuts to is in a different room, but in the same building, I believe. I feel like he's a demon. I feel like he's a demon because when Setsuna is like, hiya, and Moroha's like, hiya, when she slices through him, he looks like he disappeared and like he like left his clothes behind, right? So it's like, where'd he go? So like he disappeared, and then it kind of cuts to all 3 of them together. So it looks like Towa escaped, and then they did whatever they had to do. They're gonna go and chase after that man. So we're kind of just like, who is this man? And a random thing that I just thought about, like I feel like how she holds up like a little history textbook. I feel like that textbook helped them in a way, maybe? I don't know. I have no idea. I feel like that textbook has something to do with the story. But yeah, that's like a little analysis of that little snippet thing. So obviously this might not be a main part of the show, maybe just like a little small part in the show, but yeah, it's cool to see little scenarios that they might be put into. And then there was also a poster, so I was trying to like analyze the poster a little bit. So we're kind of like, who is this person that was standing next to Sesshomaru and InuYasha? And people are like, oh, it might be Shippo. And like, if you think about it, I don't know, like it could be because of the vest, just the way he dresses, you know, the vest, and then the shirt, and then the pants, and then I don't know. I doubt it's Shippo because Shippo has to look like this. If he doesn't look like this, my whole childhood is a lie. Or like I said in the past, Hojo and Kagome-san, like bootleg Kagome. Or maybe Ayame and Koga's son, like our daughter, I don't know. Doesn't really look like Koga or a dog demon at all. Looks very human in my opinion. But like at the end of the day, like we have to remember that not every character has to be a descendant of another one, right? So like if you guys ever watched Boruto, there's a lot of main characters that are like new, like they're not a descendant of anyone. So gotta have to remember there's people that exist outside of our circle. Probably most likely is a very new character. If it's Shippo, I am shutting this down. I'm shutting this down. I like to predict the personality traits of some people, of some characters, so I'm gonna guess that this character isn't smart. Maybe a klutz like Hojo, if it is Hojo's like descendant. And then we have a new little raccoon dog character named Takechio. Basically the character description on the website says, a raccoon yokai who works at Kishiya Shikabaniya that deals with yokai, prize, necks, and debris. In a huge flying figure, the hat becomes a turtle shell and carries everyone. So with this character, basically this character works at like the shop. In the website it shows that this character only has affiliations or a relationship with Moroha, so I'm pretty sure Moroha sells her booty or like her demon parts to this little raccoon dog. A lot of people were saying, oh, maybe that's Hachi's like son. I don't think so. I don't know. It's possible, but they're the same species. It's possible, but I don't think that he's a descendant. I feel like he's just an entire new character that's gonna be introduced. And I feel like this character maybe is a scammer and like money hungry, similar to how, if you guys remember Hachi's the episode with Hachi when he pretended to be Moroku and then he was just like scamming everyone. I feel like this raccoon dog is similar based off of Moroha's expression towards this guy. And then I also think that this character is not affiliated with demon slayers. I initially thought so before because I thought like maybe they work together in the town of the demon slayers or whatever, but I don't think so because on the website this character has no affiliations with any of the demon slayers, aka Kohaku and Hisui and Setsuna. Yeah, that kind of just like severs that theory, I guess you could say. And then we have Hisui, which I guess is 20 years old. I thought that maybe he wasn't because a lot of you guys were saying that in the manga, the epilogue manga, Songo calls her son by a different name, but apparently it was a mistranslation. Basically, she said in the manga, or the translated manga, saying, Kohaku, watch Komori. But actually, Komori is not the kid's name. The kid has no name that we know of. It actually might be Hisui. It actually looks like him, like by this little frame, but basically the actual translation for that panel is Kohaku, I trust you to babysit or something like that. So basically, Hisui's character description translation. He says, Moroku and Songo's son, as a member of Yokai Extermination Store or the Demon Slayers, he works with Setsuna, Towa, and others, the user of flying bones that Songo used, aka Hiraikots, right? Definitely if Moroku and Songo are missing, he was raised by Kohaku. I have a little personality prediction. Maybe he is just smart and strong. Maybe he's not a womanizer. I feel like he might be nice. Maybe a little change. Maybe his sisters took after Moroku with being like flirty or whatever, you know? Like have a little change. Like we can't have Moroku 2.0. That's my prediction. I feel like he might have a thing for Setsuna. But Setsuna is like oblivious and he's just like, I don't care about you. Who are you? Why are you talking to me? Stuff like that, you know? I definitely think he'll be nice and smart, maybe. I hope. But yeah, that's my prediction. It's a bit of a stretch, but it's definitely possible that he is a womanizer like Moroku. I have hope. I have hope in him. And then we have Kohaku. So, Kohaku's character description. Hisui's uncle, the head of a yokai extermination store, aka the Demon Slayers. When I was a kid, I used to be near Sesshomaru. We welcomed Setsuna to a yokai extermination store. That kind of description says a lot because we know that Kohaku took her in to work with them, but I don't think Setsuna was raised by Kohaku because I feel like similarly to Towa, I feel like they would say it. With Towa, they said, oh, Sota adopted her and took her in, but like I feel like Kohaku raised her. I feel like they would state it. I think because her personality is so similar to Sesshomaru, I feel like she might actually know him. Like I feel like he might be there. I could be wrong, but I feel like Setsuna might be the only one with a prominent parental figure, maybe? I don't freaking know, man. Or maybe like, if anything, if not Sesshomaru, her mother is there. Because they can't all be gone. Like, hell no. Come on. I have faith in whoever the mother is that she at least raised Setsuna. So yeah, it's like, it's known. It's not like a secret that Setsuna is Sesshomaru's daughter, right? So it's known. So it's not like, oh, I have to find who my parents are. It's more like, oh yeah, that's my dad. He's kind of hot. That's weird. Oh no. On the day that the trailer released, I follow this artist named Sachi, and they are a animator for the show. On the day that the trailer released, Sachi tweeted, which deleted, and I'm so mad I didn't like take a screenshot. But like, you guys can like believe me or not if you want, but I read the tweet saying that they were trying to figure out where they wanted to put Kohaku's scar, either on the nose or on the cheek, and they actually just went with the nose, and Sachi actually designed Kohaku based off of their dad. So like, if you guys remember or search up any like pictures of Sango and Kohaku's dad, they kind of look a little similar. Obviously Kohaku's a little younger than the dad, and the dad has like a scar on the eyebrow, so I think they kind of wanted to mirror that with Kohaku with the nose scar. So yeah, a little fact for you guys here. And then we have Sota, my boy Sota. So we have Sota. I feel like he's a stay-at-home dad because obviously he had to take on the role of raising Towa at a young age. I think he was like early 20s during that time. I initially thought that he took over the shrine, but I actually don't think so, because further analyzing the trailer, I realized, if you guys pay attention in that scene where Towa is going towards the window and then stretching and stuff like that, they're in an apartment building, right? So I feel like Sota moved out at one point. Maybe the grandpa still lives there because it's still the Higurashi shrine, so they probably go there frequently and stuff like that, and the mom probably still lives there as well. Sota does not live there anymore. He lives in an apartment with his daughter. And I think he's a side character, mainly because on the website they have like character descriptions of like all the major characters so far, and my boy Sota's not in it. I just wish he had more screen time. He's like such a great character, you know? But I definitely think he's gonna be like a dorky dad. I think he's gonna be like funny. I just feel it. I feel like he's gonna be like a klutz and like really dorky, maybe a little cowardly, but yeah, I definitely think that he's gonna be that type of dad. Now we're gonna move on to my theory about the plot. So the plot, I still don't know that much, and I don't want to make up like, you know, a whole fan fiction of how the show is gonna go. I just wanted to make a part of what I think is gonna happen based off of what we know so far. So we still don't even know how long this show is gonna be. It can be either 12 episodes or 25 episodes or longer than that. If you think about Rumiko Takahashi, a lot of her shows are like 100 episodes long, so this could be a long series. We don't know, but I think it might be 24 to 25 episodes, just considering that there's no manga with it. And I honestly feel like this, I'm not trying to hate or anything, but I feel like the series came out as a cash grab. Maybe, or just that the director and everyone that worked on InuYasha previously are like really passionate and like just want to bring it back. But it's really possible that it's like a cash grab because, you know, like sequels and stuff like that are really popular these days, with like Boruto and like Bleach coming back and whatever. Obviously they're promoting Mao, which is Rumiko's current manga that is ongoing right now. They're promoting it a lot along with InuYasha, so you know, like there's reasons why things like this come back, but I just believe it's just fun to like, you know, enjoy it because the series has so much like meaning to me. I don't know where I was going with this, but with the plot, I feel like it will either like I said before, either start off with the root head fight or start off with how Towa ended up going to the modern era, or like just a straight up introduction to Towa. But I doubt it will just be a straight up introduction. I feel like we're gonna start off with a fight. Like I feel it. Like just seeing the past show and like all the movies, how they all started off with a fight, and then they'll have the epic music, and then yeah, after like I guess you could say a little snippet of the fight of root head, or either the fight when Towa like ended up going to the modern era, it will be like cut to modern day, and then it will be like Towa living her normal life, and then maybe like Sota talking about 10 years ago and how he found her, and then maybe like Towa talking to Sota's daughter about like what happened. She either might know or might not, because like she's pretty young. She might know, right? She might know. And then it's gonna like cut to Setsuna and the demon slayers and her life and stuff like that, and then it's gonna cut to Moroha and then her life alone. That's so sad. And her relationship with that raccoon dog or whatever. That episode's gonna end off at Moroha and Setsuna like meeting maybe and like fighting or whatever. So I feel like that's how it's gonna go. And then like somehow while they fight, I feel like the eye activates like the portal, which explains why no one else has like freaking time traveled. I feel like them together kind of trigger something in her eye, and then that's how they end up going to the modern era. And then I feel like once they're at the modern era, I feel like Sota's daughter is gonna like discover them. I feel like she discovers them first, and then like maybe like she tries to hide them or something, like I don't freaking know, and like tries to help them. Or if she does know the situation with Towa, I feel like she might straight up just go to Towa and be like, yo, these people came from a tree, that's where you came from, you know, like I feel like something like that's gonna happen. Obviously Towa recognizes Setsuna, but Setsuna's just like, I don't freaking know you. And then Moroha's just gonna be like, whoa, you guys have like the same highlight thing, you know? And then they find a way to like go back to the past, and then that's when like the whole shebang with trying to find Setsuna's memories and stuff like that. But I feel like along the way they're going to find more about like their parents and stuff like that, and tries to resolve that issue. And I feel like with what happened with the gang and stuff like that, I feel like I don't know when this would have happened. I feel like at some point they maybe in the tree, in the time tree tunnel or something, and they're just like stuck there, and like no one just doesn't know where they are. And I feel like, I don't know, just based off of the poster, I feel like InuYasha might not be there with them. I feel like maybe both Sesshomaru and InuYasha are not in the time tree tunnel with them. I'm gonna be so mad, yo. I'm gonna be so mad if like InuYasha left on this lifelong journey to find them. Like I'll be so mad. Like don't leave your daughter. What the frick? She grew up by herself. Like I'll be so mad if that happened. I don't want another like Hunter x Hunter story, you know? I don't know. I feel like the story is still really unique as well. So I don't know. I don't know, man. In the director's perspective, I think the reason why the gang got stuck in the time tree tunnel is because that probably happened when the girls were 4 years old, right? So that would mean that they were in their late 20s. In the way that directors do things, they do things to please the audience. First off, I don't think they're dead at all. Nope, they're not dead. I know how much I joke about it, they're not dead, because you know how like upset the audience would be? Like I don't think that the directors who love these characters would, and plus Rumiko is still like supervising this project, would be okay with killing off their beloved characters, you know? They would not do that. They would not. They would not. But yeah, they're alive, and I feel like the reason why they would choose to freeze them in time, you know, like preserve their late 20s image, is so fan service reasons, you know? Because I'm not saying that, you know, late 30s is old, because it's not. But like also considering the age gap between Kagome and InuYasha, they obviously don't want them to look too different in age, right? Because InuYasha ages slower like physically. Okay, but then again, some of you guys have been telling me recently that Rumiko said that Kagome doesn't age due to leaving her era to going to another one, so I don't freaking know, man. But then if that was true, then why did Towa age, right? Isn't that weird? I don't know. The reason why they did that is to like keep them all at the similar age, you know? Like preserve them. If you guys watched Gurren Lagann, there's this part where Yoko, there's like a time skip, and then Yoko's like all old and stuff like that. They chose not even to show her face because, you know, it will ruin your image of her, of like the fan service image of her, right? I don't know. I don't know. That's just my theory. That's why I think why they would do that, you know? In a director's or a writer's point of view. Also, like, the last quote in the trailer is like, or not really the last quote, but like one of the quotes in the trailer is like, fate is in the hands of the next generation. So it's like, fate of the past generation is in the hands of the current one. Wow, that was deep. Okay, so I wrote down a bunch of questions that I feel like a bunch of people would have, and then I want to talk about my opinions on it. Is the Shikon Jewel back? No. Is Naraku gonna come back? No. Is Kikyo gonna come back? No. Is Kagura gonna come back? Or is Kagura the mother? No. And the reason why I think no for all of these is because we have to remember that this is a new series with new characters and like a new story following new people. This is not about the original gang, really. It's about these new people, right? So it's like, it was resolved after how many episodes? Like 200 episodes, right? The whole Shikon Jewel Naraku thing was all resolved in the original series after 200 episodes. If it came back, that would be so dumb. No offense. It would be kind of like, in a writer's point of view, like not really smart, because it's like, it was resolved already. Why bring it back, right? Why bring back the antagonist when it was resolved? We're here for new antagonists. We're not here for telling the same story again, you know? Obviously, Kikyo, Naraku, the Shikon Jewel, Kagura, they all might be mentioned again, right? But like, I definitely do not think that they're gonna be coming back as an antagonist again. They're gone. Like, let Kikyo rest, man. Like, she came back how many times? Once. But like, yeah. She doesn't need to come back. She has to like chill in heaven. Is Kagome the mother of all three? No, I don't think so. Guys, they already said Moroha is the daughter of Kagome and InuYasha, and then Setsuna and Towa is the daughter of Sesshomaru. Moroha is actually Sesshomaru's daughter. No, y'all, if you see her face, she's literally InuYasha 2.0, like just girl version and younger. Minomaru will come back as the main villain. No, I don't think so. First off, the movies are not canon apparently, except for the second one because of Hojo. That's the only thing that like impacts the main series. The other ones, you can consider them as like fillers almost, you know? I personally would like to think they're canon, but apparently they're not. But yeah, Minomaru, again, we're not gonna bring back old villains. This is a new generation, new story, new people, new characters, new leads, new villains. The old ones are not coming back. I'm sorry.
Okay, actually you can argue Mistress Centipede, but Mistress Centipede was never really a main villain, so yeah.
Who's the antagonist? We don't know. Definitely not Roothead because he was slain, but someone new, maybe Butterfly of Dream Demon, maybe the old guy or that guy, random guy that took Towa hostage or whatever. So where's the original gang? Again, like I said, probably frozen in time in the tree tunnel. Feel like Sesshomaru and InuYasha are not frozen. I'll be so mad if this man left his daughter to find them, because hell no, don't freaking leave your daughter. Who raised Moroha? I'm actually not sure. Like, obviously, if you're a 4-year-old kid, you can't live by yourself in the feudal era. You're gonna like, obviously someone like helped take care of her. And I think maybe other demons helped her. Maybe Shippo? Maybe Shippo? Because if you look at her, like she has like the bow and everything, and like they kind of act the same, you know? Really rowdy and childish. They really act the same. Like Moroha has a lot like InuYasha, but like I feel like she's a lot like Shippo as well. So that Shippo raised Moroha. Maybe. I don't freaking know, man. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that's my theory. When did Moroha and InuKag separate? So we don't actually know when Kagome and InuYasha separated from Moroha, because all we know is like she grew up by herself. It's possible that it could have been the same time when they were 4 years old and then Towa went to the modern era. It could be the same time, but we actually don't know because like they never really said like when that happened, you know? It was just stated that she grew up by herself. I think she knows a little, like maybe like how they look. The separation could have happened either earlier that mark or like later during that mark. So yeah, we don't actually know. How is Kaede alive? I think she's alive because I calculated in my last video that she's 83. 83 is a good age. She's made out of freaking steel. She said, "You can't kill me." Why would Kagome wait 6 years to have kids? I definitely think it's the modern mindset. If you think about Kagome's personality, she's very a modern girl, right? I definitely think that she would be someone to wait before having kids. Like, you know, like she just graduated from high school. She's only 18 years old. She's just like, I want to like, you know, do stuff before I have to take care of children. Plus, Sango has a whole village of kids that are coming on the way. So yeah, and she definitely would choose to, you know, like learn a lot about the feudal era before having to bring in a kid into the world. So that's like my take on it of why she would wait, because people were like, why would she wait like 6 years? Like pop up these kids, you know? Obviously not everyone in this modern life would want to wait, but I feel like the majority of people would choose to wait. Does Kohaku have kids? I think he has kids. They have to restore the clan. The Uchiha clan. No, I'm joking. They have to restore the Demon Slayer clan, right? So definitely have kids. Will Towa stay in the feudal era? This is something that like I was questioning, like would she choose to stay in the feudal era or go back to the modern era? I feel like she would move back to the feudal era mainly because I feel like she never really fit in there. Like if you remember her character description, she didn't get along with a lot of students, right? So she ended up getting in fights a lot and she had to move multiple times. So I definitely think that at the end she will definitely move back to the feudal era. And I definitely think that everyone will be found safe and sound by the end of the series. So yeah, alive. Everyone will be alive. If someone's dead, you already know. This doesn't exist to me. Lastly, who's the mother of the twins? I don't want to talk about it. You guys can think and theorize for yourself. But yeah, that's basically my theories and stuff like that on the series. I hope this wasn't too confusing. I know my thoughts are like kind of everywhere because I'm kind of just like But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below all of your theories, and also check out my past YashaHime videos. A lot of the stuff I talk about in this video might not even make sense in case you haven't watched my past ones. So yeah, just watch my past ones as well. They're really fun. A lot of information. They're not like the same type of thing every video. So yeah, this actually might be my last YashaHime video for a bit until like there's new stuff, you know, because like I don't know, like what else am I gonna talk about, right? Definitely stay tuned when the series comes out, because I definitely will do like a little watch reacting thing. You guys liked my reaction to the trailer, so like why not react to the whole show? I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely follow me on Twitter. I usually live updates on stuff because obviously YouTube videos takes a while to prepare and then film and then edit, but Twitter is like real-time information, as well as Instagram. I try my best to like post whatever on stories and stuff like that. If you guys are also into like other anime, I definitely would recommend you to follow my anime list account on Instagram, because I always like update whatever I'm watching on there and like kind of review them like spoiler free and stuff like that. So there's a ton of like recommendations of other shows and movies that I would like to recommend to you guys as well as like webtoons. Like I don't know if you guys are into webtoons, like I love reading webtoons. So but yeah, this is this video, and thank you so much for enjoying the series. It's just so fun making these videos. Also, huge thank you for 8,000 subscribers. Chica dance at 10k. Let's go, let's go, let's go. That's all for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.